Warning. If you're easily triggered by thinking of stressful situations that may or may not ever happen, do not purchase or participate in conversations involving these cards. You have been warned. This is world without rule of law. Basically, what this is designed for is just to put you into these types of engaging, thought-provoking conversation starters, right? Ignite profound discussions on emergency preparedness, crisis management, strengthen bonds, develop mental resilience, prepare for life's changes, ideal for couples, families, friends, team building, kind of get a sense of what's going on there. And then on the backside, it basically describes, divide the cards into 10 piles according to their category. And there's about 300 scenarios that you go through when you play the game. Some of these scenarios you may face, you may not face, but in other scenarios, other people did have to go through that. There are the 10 categories, right? Discuss 300 harrowing survival scenarios of all kinds. You got to kind of get a sense of what's going on there. When you open up the box, here's basically what you get inside. They're divided into like 3 decks of cards, and then within each deck, let's just pull out this one, for example, see if it'll come out easily. There you go. So there's like the government category, right? And then once you pull, there's like a sleeve in there that you pull off. Let's see if I can get this off without majorly shuffling all of these cards by accident. So then basically, like, let's say you just dug through there, boom. Okay. Economic collapse. You pull out a card. Like I said, warning, warning, warning. If you don't want to see this, turn the video off now, go to something else. But if you flip over like one of these cards, boom, there's the scenario. 2007 Zimbabwe's hyperinflation. You can kind of read the rest of this. Do you choose survival over legality? Do you adhere to the rules, risking your business, livelihood, or your employees? That's like one example. Here's another example, right? This is bank run. So this is scenario number 11. During the new Great Depression in Chicago, right? So they're talking about the future here, March 30th, 2032. And this may never happen. It might happen. You never know. But a bank has left your cousin's business on the brink of collapse. They ask you to help securing the remaining assets to another bank, blah, blah, blah. Do you assist your cousin, risking legal consequences? Do you refuse the help? So like I said, it's basically like all scenarios of like, what do you do when, these things happen? Let's pull up another one just for curiosity here. Emergency preparedness bank. So have you identified your local food producers in case of a logistical breakdown? This is something that could actually happen. It did happen during the COVID crisis, 2020, 2021, even into 2022, some of the stuff was going on. Have you had time to go to your local farmers, make friends with them? So in case you do need to source, do you have your own garden? That kind of a vibe. Anything can happen, right? I'm in Southern California where some people may overtake the freeway, right? Block all lanes because they want to do some motorcycle stunt show in the middle of a Friday night when you're trying to get home. What do you do? And I'm sure that card is in here somewhere, right? It's a bunch of kids that are, trying to have fun in their own way, but they're disrupting the lives of everyone else. So what do you do in that scenario? Do you confront them? Do you just sit in your car and wait for the shenanigans to stop? So it's that type of stuff. I usually think of, going through a deck of cards like this as have an open mind, be positive, try to be logical in your thinking. Like this thing leads to that thing, if this, then that, right? Try to have a good sense of humor, like a funny one. I thought they should have, I don't even know if there's a card in here like this, but like a funny one I thought that should have been in here was something like, okay, so you bring your kids to the grocery store, right? And one sibling wants grape soda and the other one wants orange soda, right? So you could ask your 2 children, okay, child number 1, you have the choice of grape or orange. Which one's your favorite? And let's say they say orange, right? Then you ask sibling number 2, what's your favorite? And they also say orange, but you can only have one. So which one gets the orange soda, right? And then the next logical process would be like, this is how I would kind of answer that question. The next logical process, if I had to answer it, would be something like, okay, ask the siblings. Can you compromise? Maybe you get the orange this time and the other one gets the second favorite, which might be the grape or the strawberry or the whatever, or maybe one child is having more of a bad day than the other one is. How do you deal with that? Do both of the children not get any soda because soda's bad for you? You know, it's like it's all designed to figure out how a person thinks, how they delegate, right? How they pool their resources to collect as much information as possible to make an informed decision, right? Or to steer the ship a certain way, you know, that kind of a vibe. So that's what these cars are designed for. So like I said, just come into these with an, you know, if you are going to take the plunge, you know, the links will be down below in the description, also in the comment section, also on the Amazon storefront. If you decide to take the plunge and go for these cards, it's have that good positive mindset. Know that you're going to be asked some questions that may make you feel uncomfortable, things that have happened or what they're saying could happen in the future, like that 2032 example, you know, and the cities might be off and the dates might be off, but you know, you never know. Actually, it is a good idea to get to know your local farmer because you never know when they're going to be, you know, offering discounts on like tomatoes, let's say, or whatever the case may be. So it's good to know that. It's also good to get out of the city once in a while, you know, just explore, see what's around you, see what resources are around you, you know, just in case. But anyways, for those of you out in Florida, this is September 2024 that are kind of expecting that hurricane to come soon. I hope, knock on wood, I hope everybody makes it out okay. You know, that's always one of my biggest, you know, thoughts is like hurricane, tornado, earthquakes, fires, floods, all that stuff, all those natural disasters that could happen. You know, prepare. What is it? 1 ounce of preparation is a pound of like stress-free living when the situation happens. So try to prepare as much as you can. Anyways, with that being said, check out those links down below and I'll catch you all in the next exciting video.